In a world of bustling cities, buzzing technology, and endless connections, a peculiar phenomenon engulfs the human experience. It is the dance of alienation, a Kafkaesque expression of isolation and disconnection. As our dance unfolds, the feelings of hopelessness and despair intensify, enveloping us in a suffocating embrace. We descend further into the depths of Kafkaesque despair, where disorientation and unease become our constant companions. In humming streets, we walk alone, lost in our own thoughts. We are like shadows passing each other, yearning for meaningful encounters, yet hesitant to break the barriers that separate us. We find ourselves surrounded by people yet detached from their lives. Faces pass us by, strangers with stories untold, as we remain confined within the walls of our own existence. Late into the night, in the solitude of empty offices, we toil, driven by the pursuit of success and recognition. But in our relentless pursuit, we often forget the essence of human connection. We immerse ourselves in virtual realms, seeking solace and connection, only to realize that the more we connect online, the more we disconnect from the world around us. In this dance of alienation, we encounter a society adorned with masks. They hide our vulnerabilities, our fears, and our true selves. Each mask is carefully crafted to present a facade to the world, shielding us from the depths within. Masks become our armor, a shield against the scrutiny of others. We don them, concealing our emotions and vulnerabilities, as we navigate the intricate steps of this dance. In crowded spaces, we find ourselves physically close, yet emotionally distant. People shoulder to shoulder, yet lost in their own isolated worlds. Conversations become muted whispers, and connection dissolves into silence. Thoughts wander, minds drift, and the dance continues. We yearn for authentic connections, yet we fear the vulnerability it entails. So we remain masked, detached, and locked in our solitary realms. But what lies beneath the masks we wear? What truths do we bury beneath the layers of conformity? In this dance, we become trapped in a delicate balance between self-preservation and the desire for genuine human connection. As we move forward, authentic human connections crumble beneath the weight of a fast-paced and technology-driven world. We find ourselves lost amidst a sea of superficial interactions and missed connections. In the palm of our hands, we hold a world of virtual connections. Yet, these digital realms often leave us longing for genuine human touch. The warmth of a smile, the embrace of a loved one replaced by hollow emojis and empty gestures. Conversations become mere exchanges of words, lacking depth and genuine understanding. We talk, but fail to truly listen. We hear, but fail to comprehend. The dance continues, perpetuating the cycle of isolation. We yearn for the intimacy of true connection, yet it eludes us like a distant dream. As we strive to keep pace with the rapid tempo of this modern world, the threads that bind us together become frayed, fragmented. Empty spaces echo with the silence of missed opportunities. The dance of alienation intensifies, leaving us adrift in a sea of hollow interactions, longing for the authenticity that seems forever out of reach. In this haunting dance of alienation, we bear witness to the suffocating burden of societal expectations. The weight of conformity presses upon us, constraining our desires and aspirations. We awaken to the rhythm of a predetermined life, trapped in a cycle of repetitive routines. Days bleed into each other, as we sacrifice our true passions and dreams on the altar of societal norms. We don the masks of prescribed roles, morphing into cogs within the machinery of society. Unique identities fade, replaced by a uniformity that leaves us feeling anonymous and disconnected. Behind closed doors, we confront our reflection, questioning the choices we have made. The longing for authenticity battles against the expectations that weigh upon our shoulders, threatening to crush our spirits. Our true desires and aspirations lie dormant, smothered by the demands of a rigid society. We sacrifice our creative potential, our authentic selves, in a desperate bid for acceptance and belonging. The walls close in, and we find ourselves suffocating within the confines of monotonous existence. Our individuality suffocates as we become entangled in the web of expectations, yearning to break free. We find ourselves entangled in a web of paperwork, rules, and regulations. The maze of bureaucracy stretches before us, a seemingly endless puzzle designed to confound and confine. We stand in never-ending lines, shuffling through papers and waiting for our turn. Time slips away as we navigate the treacherous terrain of bureaucracy, our individuality reduced to a mere number. Faceless authorities tower above us, their impersonal voices echoing through the halls. Their decisions and judgments determine our fate, leaving us feeling powerless and insignificant. The paths within this bureaucratic maze twist and turn, leaving us disoriented and bewildered. We search for clarity, but instead encounter red tape and dead ends, as the dance of alienation ensnares us further. Our voices are stifled by the walls of bureaucracy, drowned out by the machinery of a system designed to dehumanize and discourage. The absurdity of it all becomes painfully evident. The profound sense of loneliness and existential isolation engulfs us. We find ourselves surrounded by people, yet feeling utterly alone, disconnected from the world around us. We drift through life as mere observers, unable to bridge the gap between our inner worlds and the external reality. Surrounded by faces, we long for a genuine connection, a lifeline to anchor us in this sea of isolation. Days blend into nights, routines blending into one another, as we navigate through the monotony of existence. Our footsteps echo in empty corridors, our voices swallowed by the void, as the dance of alienation isolates us further. We yearn to be seen, to be heard, but our cries for connection go unanswered. The weight of our solitude presses upon us, an unyielding burden that suffocates our souls. We seek solace in solitude, yet it only deepens our longing for companionship. The walls of our own making confine us, trapping us within the confines of our minds. Our attempts to forge connections are met with indifference or misunderstanding. We become prisoners of our own uniqueness, yearning for understanding, but finding ourselves adrift in the vast expanse of loneliness. Reality bends and warps, mirroring the fractured nature of our existence. We stumble through a distorted landscape, where nothing is as it seems, and every step forward feels like a descent into a nightmarish abyss. The familiar becomes unfamiliar, and the mundane transforms into the grotesque. We witness the erosion of reason, as logic crumbles beneath the weight of an irrational world. Our efforts to find meaning and purpose are met with relentless resistance. The walls of despair close in, squeezing the last vestiges of hope from our weary souls. We confront oppressive systems and faceless authorities that seem to revel in our suffering. Their whims and whimsical rules further entangle us in a web of hopelessness, as our individuality becomes a casualty of their arbitrary power. We navigate through mazes of uncertainty, yearning for a glimpse of clarity, only to be met with dead ends and unanswered questions. The dance of alienation becomes a never-ending spiral, leading us deeper into the abyss of despair. In this final act of our dance, we witness a haunting and Kafkaesque ritual of isolation. Characters find themselves trapped in a macabre performance, where symbolism, haunting visuals, and disintegrating realities converge. The music grows somber, matching the heaviness in their hearts. Their steps become slower, the movements more desperate, as they reach the precipice of their existential torment. In this frozen tableau, time stands still, encapsulating the futility of their struggle. The final notes hang in the air, a haunting echo of their collective pain. In their desperate longing for genuine human contact, they extend their hands, seeking solace in the touch of another. But fate, cruel and relentless, denies them this basic human need, leaving them stranded in their isolation. Trapped in a labyrinth of suffocating circumstances, they find no respite from the weight of their existence. The walls close in, leaving them no room to breathe, to dream, to hope. Their alienation becomes their eternal prison. Finally, they vanish into the abyss, their existence swallowed by the void. Their cries for connection go unanswered, their dreams shattered, and their hope extinguished. They become yet another casualty of the Kafkaesque world. In the wake of their tragic demise, we are left with a profound sense of hopelessness. The dance of alienation has reached its devastating conclusion, leaving us to question the very nature of our existence and the futility of our struggles.